Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast.
It's been a rough go for our heroes, and now here they are, cornered in an alley, finally confronted by the Greyhaven city guards themselves.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? 1 beer or two, I'll drink to you.
Good evening, Mystic soccer fans in Mariposa and throughout the land. It's been a rough go for our caravan guards as they attempt to shepherd Findal Din Fizzle Findazzle through the rough streets of Greyhaven, unseen. The guards are on the lookout for a gnome wizard, and with 2 in the party, it's gotten quite difficult, especially when they're drawing attention to themselves with a wolf in the party and daytime drunkenness. After just barely getting through one scrape, it looks as though our guards have run straight into another down an alley on their way to a quality inn. The first to spot trouble, Balasar points out,
"We seem to be in quite a pickle here right now."
And now let's peek into the adventure itself, as our huddled group, injured and weary of the busy city bustle, determine if now is a good time to run or a good time to make a last stand on the back streets of Greyhaven.
Okay, I've got a plan. I don't know if it's working, but I've got a plan.
What is your plan?
I'm going to tell them I need a permit for my dog and that we're lost and we need directions. They can't get mad at me.
I think you're underestimating the amount of corruption in this town. You might as well slide them some money.
I don't think I have. Oh, I do. I do have a lot. I got some money.
How many hit points do you have?
I got back to full because I remember getting healed because that's what I've written here.
Okay. How many hit points do you have, Balasar?
I am also at full.
Huh. How many hit points do you have?
13. 14.
4.
All right.
Yep.
By all means, take the lead on this.
I'll be fine. Does anybody else have an idea? Okay, my idea it is.
Cool. You're going to go up to the guards?
Yep, by myself.
Okay.
Nice knowing you.
Because it's less intimidating, but I'm going to intimidate them.
If we recall, these are the guards that you fought last game, and they have spotted you as you were slinking through the back streets, and they have said, there they are, let's get them, and you had a choice to make.
They tried to kill puppers.
Yeah, I feel like we should just run away. Yeah, actually, that's what Ekamon says. Yeah, maybe we should just run.
Okay.
You're like, I had a really good idea. I wrote it down last time. I'm going to try this.
Is there anyone who's like a slower runner that we need to...
I have tiny legs.
What's your speed though?
25.
That's not bad.
Mine's 30.
Same.
Vestrad started walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to say, Vestrad, to these guards as you're heading forward? You going to try to persuade them?
He was going to try and intimidate them with his muscles.
All right, well, you have 4 hit points. You'd have disadvantage on the check, but you could, as you're walking forward, make an intimidation check. I like how you're like, I'm going to bribe them with intimidation.
I'm not going to bribe them.
That was what you just said. You're going to like, I'm going to use some of this money to pay them off.
I just said I had a lot of money.
Oh.
That was Dimple's idea.
Yeah, someone said that they were really corrupt and that we'd have to pay them. So I said, I do have lots of money.
Fair. All right.
They're not having any of it.
They're not getting any.
What would you like to
I feel like he starts to take a couple steps forward and then kind of notices and recognizes who they are and starts to take a couple steps back.
Okay, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. What's the rest of the group already doing? Are you already running?
I'm getting ready to run. I won't say I won't leave everybody behind. I'm just
Okay.
let's trying to usher you. Let's start just going.
Can I try to yell at them what our plan is? Well, not tell them the plan, but what I wanted to say to them, and then that way I can still far enough to run away.
You can do whatever you want. Whether or not it's successful, I will find out with dice rolling and
I'm gonna
what
do
you
that.
actually try to do that.
I'm going to try to intimidate them from afar and yell at them.
Who's already running, though?
Dimple.
Okay.
You need a head start. I get it.
Findal as well? Okay. Yeah.
Ekamon is waiting for Vestrad, not really willing to just leave him behind.
Fair.
So
All right. You're standing right behind Vestrad.
a couple
Unky B?
steps back, so I don't die right away, so I can still use my spell casting.
Unky B, what are you doing?
I'm also getting ready to run, kind of waiting behind Vestrad and Ekamon alongside Drizel.
Okay. Cool. Dimple has already run. Vindal is already running. Unky B is looking back and forth. Drizel is...
Doing the same as Unky B.
Okay.
Yeah. Just kind of like, we need to go.
All right. The guards start running up towards you, and Vestrad says,
Hello. I just need to find the permit office. Can you point me in the right direction?
all right, make a deception check.
That wasn't it. Actually, it wasn't bad, though.
You could have said that was it.
12.
No, they're not deceived. They see Fidel and Dimple running away, and they're like, "That's the gnome wizards! Get them! Kill them all!"
I'll take that as a no. Bye-bye. And I run.
Okay. Ensuingly, we begin a foot race as you try to get away from the guards. Yeah. Now, you are behind because the guards all have a movement of 30 feet, and your little gnomes, they only have 25 feet. And do you have 25 as well?
30.
Or are you 30? You're not that short.
I'm short-ish.
Can't be that short if you can run 30 feet.
I got long legs, but short torso.
Sure.
Can the gnomes ride Doodle?
Doodle is there running along as well with you, and we book it through the side streets. We are going to need to make a couple of checks, and then you need to describe for me the dash through the streets. And if you describe dashing through the streets effectively enough, I will reduce difficulties or give you advantage. So, begin.
Well, Dimple went first.
I feel like Findal and Dimple would, although gnomes, try to, use some deception a little bit, using like our odd cantrips, cause the, hey, minor illusion. Oh my God, a cart tipped over, or something like that, just to like.
Minor illusion is a little smaller than a cart tipping.
But
okay.
We're trying to like mage hand, distract, leave that door open or tip that thing over, just so that we're like making it harder to see where we're going, the things behind us.
Okay. That's absolutely valid.
Yeah.
Describe it.
Okay, so there's a...
Describe it because you only have time to do that once, because you only move 25 feet around.
Right.
You can move 50 feet around if you don't do anything else but run. But you're telling me that you'd like to use your action to cast some spells as you're going along, means that's going to reduce your feet to 25 on a given round. So as you run away, the first thing you do, because you're leaving first, is you cast the spell and then you start to book it. So describe for me the color of that, because it sounds great.
The spell is to make two gnomes that are on top of each other look like one tall person that doesn't look like that. That's going to be the minor illusion. It's like just to add the little tweak into wearing the two gnomed situation.
Are you wearing a trench coat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're going to need a deception roll on the DM.
I know, right? Let's do that. I was like, I got to do the two gnomes in a trench coat.
You do.
once.
I love it.
I was just picturing seeing that happen in front of Ekamon, and Ekamon's just like, screw it, puts his head down like a pitchfork and just scoops up the gnomes on his head and keeps running. Ekamon's totally not strong enough to do that.
Do you have more
You only
things,
have
or
one
is-
horn.
1.5. It's broken.
It's gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Just skewer one on each horn.
Oh, jeez.
You cast Minor Illusion. It only allows you to create like a 5-foot cube of stuff, which is fine. So you create an illusion of a small human, but it doesn't replace you running. It doesn't like
Okay, so I'm
supersede
gonna
yourself.
create an illusion of a mime that's like blocking their path. Like it's just an illusion of a mime that's gonna stay there and be like in a box, and then like
A mime that's doing the wall thing.
Yeah.
You sorry, you can't go by here. There's a wall.
yes, and then just
Yes.
run. That's all I'm gonna do.
Cinematic at its best.
And the spell is Perfectio Mimeo.
Nice.
Yeah, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You all encounter a mime. You run by, leaving the alley.
I assume mimes are prohibited in this town.
Of course they would be, right? Nothing's allowed here. Or at least they'll stop him for his permit.
It's very beautiful color. I believe you already have inspiration, so I can't inspire you any further.
Oh,
Well, I use it for my running or my whatever check eventually.
Maybe. So, the next person to leave was Unky B.
I have some ideas. I need a player's handbook, though.
Drizel sees the hesitation in Unky B's eyes and books it.
yeah. Except I like. Is it like? Do I know that the mime is an illusion?
No.
So I didn't see it cast it.
Well, you wouldn't know it's an illusion. A mime literally walks off from the side street and stands in front of the alleyway doing the wall. You can easily go around the
it.
mime.
Okay. Either way, it gives me an idea to like create a distraction as well
Okay.
for the guards chasing us. So I'm going to do dancing light so it can make a medium-sized humanoid out of light. So I'm going to do that and just put it next to the mime or behind the mime, depending on how it works when I cast it.
Okay.
And it's just going to be a weird, bright human type thing as I run away. So I can't run as far, but
Definitely not. Yeah,
that's
okay.
cool.
Vestrad. I'm assuming Ekamon will wait and go behind Vestrad, or will... Okay, yeah, perfect. Vestrad,
I thought I was going to be like leading up the tail end.
which is usually on Vestrad's carriage bumper sticker.
I wanted to be last.
I can go. I can go ahead of you. It's fine.
All right, Unky B starts to go.
It's gonna
I
make.
love all this hesitation.
You're
It's
gonna kill
helping
her.
the guards catch you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill everyone.
Please.
Tidal wave.
Okay, no, this could work. So I start running,
Yes.
but as I'm running kind of through the streets, I see like a bunch of like carts of people selling things.
Yeah.
And what I do, because I'm a copper dragon, is I start shooting spit at like the wheels of the carts, so that way they'll fall and knock all like their wares in the middle of the street. So that way when they chase us, they like comically fall over some things.
You literally
like Home
use
Alone.
your acid breath to create havoc around you.
Yes.
Okay.
So good.
What?
No, it's a great idea.
That's what I was going to do, but with my strength.
Maybe you shouldn't want to go last.
But I didn't want to.
dude,
have
trip over
them
the
trip
people.
over it.
Who's next?
Vestrad starts running, and as he starts running, he notices that Ekamon is waiting, and so seeing that, he's like, "Ekamon, we have to go now!" and grabs his hand and tries to like momentum him forward.
Do you let go of the hand?
No,
Yeah, okay.
no. Ekamon grasps onto Vestrad's hand tighter just to like keep up with the momentum.
Please, both of you make dexterity athletics checks.
Oh, who's gonna fall?
Damn
It
it.
has nothing to do with holding hands.
Because my acid spit, isn't it?
You said dexterity athletics?
Yeah, dexterity athletics.
15.
18.
Then you both have succeeded. And those carts topple behind you, not on top of you.
Oh, nice. I was going to do total, what do you call it? Parkour. I was
All
going to do
right.
parkour.
Describe the parkour. Holding Vestrad's hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
As parkour, some of the carts that are toppling and stuff leave just enough space for Vestrad to get through, but with Ekamon running beside, it gets a little bit difficult. So as Vestrad runs through, Ekamon uses the momentum of Vestrad to like kick his feet up sideways to go over top of the cart and keep running and kind of just like jump up and up things. And as he's jumping up crates and stuff that are on the side of the alley, going over things, he's also trying to kick them a little bit as he's going to make more mess and more pile up behind him.
Cool.
Yeah, as Vestrad's running through, anything he sees that's still standing, he is also grabbing from the side and throwing it behind him to try and make more of a mess for them to get through.
We see the characters dash down the street. You have evaded capture without even needing a roll.
Yay.
However, the city guards are now definitely on the lookout for the 5 ruffians, the Copper Dragonborn, who destroyed a whole bunch of property that like everyone in the street bore witness to. The 1.5 horned tiefling that did not bother to stop and help, but instead just created even more chaos. The mime that stopped the guards is definitely being sought. When the one guard went over and was like, "You need a permit to be a mime in the city. It's 10 gold," and tried to arrest him, and that's when his hands passed through the mime, and everybody laughed at him. They didn't know what to make of the dancing lights guy, but both of those things, as soon as you're 30 feet away, they vanish. You can't maintain them beyond
It's 60
30
feet.
Ooh. The next round, 6 seconds later. Gone.
But I only went 30 feet because I had a cast.
I feel like that was a really creative use of minor illusion.
Just let me keep
right,
the light guy.
Allison.
Let me have him.
Yes, so you're still there and you get arrested because you wouldn't leave the radius that's
I just
necessary
think
for
it's a
the
good
spell.
cantrip and I liked it. And I want you to get rid of it.
They have to go away for you to run away.
Okay.
Wait,
Just
did you
like
say
my light guy.
cantrip?
Yeah.
As in, you can cast it again? Just bring him back.
Yeah.
My only
As a friend. Name him.
New partner
Steve.
in crime.
Dancing lights guy can be there all the time. There's no
Okay.
issues with that.
I'm gonna name him John Travolta.
For Volta. 'Cause
I like that.
Oh, that's good.
That's actually really good. You get a gem for that.
No, don't give him anything.
you get away.
Yay.
But your names, while they are not known, your faces are disseminated for dealing and working with the wizard gnome that is sought for by the militia, the city guards, as well as for the wanton destruction you've caused in the streets. Very visceral. Findal is hunched over, his hands on his knees, his elbows on his knees. He vomits profusely, and he's like, "Oh my, I haven't run that far, or that much, or that fast, and forever. I'm a Mystic soccer fan, not a performer. Oh my."
This is why you suck in bed.
Whoa.
What was that, dear?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm very bleary. Oh, look, me in. And you've made it to the Lucky Copper.
The Lucky Copper Dragonborn?
Can we quickly go inside? Because I don't want to be seen.
A giant bird sweeps out of the air and picks up Giselle and takes her away. Yes, I want your characters to rush inside, but
Thank
I
you.
want to create the picture of what this inn and tavern looks like so that you all have a better picture, because monumental scenes are going to happen here. So this is the end of the entire adventure. We've made it to the Lucky Copper Inn. Let's figure out what it looks like. In Dungeon in a Box, Streets Unseen, there is a great chart, much like the chart for going on a caravan in the first book we had, where we got to roll dice and define the caravan itself and what was on it and who was driving it. We have some charts here for everyone to roll a d6 for me on. And so we will go around the table and everyone will tell me what they got on a d6, and that will help define what this inn and tavern characteristics are like. So, Aaron, what'd you get?
1.
Great job, Aaron. You rolled the condition of the building. This building is actually collapsing. The floors creak, the walls sag, the roof leaks, and there are literally birds nesting in it everywhere.
Isn't this supposed to be the really nice inn?
This is the good inn. Hey, don't blame me. Aaron rolled a 1.
Aaron.
Oh, one again.
So I think of that dice right now.
Do you have inspiration?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to spend it to re-roll?
I think based on how we've previously described this inn that we're going to, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense that it's completely dilapidated.
Okay, cool. Re-roll.
Please be a 1.
Ooh.
2. Oh.
2 is, it's an ancient inn, far older than most of the town.
Retro.
Solid masonry from an older settlement. Old cracks and deep-worn stones speak to the passage of many years.
That's much better.
sounds-
That's
I
really
like
cool.
that
I like
better.
that as the lucky copper.
Yeah.
That sounds better.
What'd you get, Chelsea?
4.
A 4. It is popular with out-of-towners. It has a reputation for accommodating outsiders. Everyone's just passing through, and there are lots of strange folk, and few speak the language.
Cool.
Cool.
I like that.
What'd you do, Marie-Claire?
Well, it was a 1 behind here.
A 1 is the unusual history of this tavern is that it used to be a former monastery, and it technically still counts as holy ground, and the walls are thick and it is heavily fortified.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Save from undead.
How'd you do, Paige?
3.
There's a hidden secret about this tavern. The hidden secret is that there's a false identity at work here, and the owner is operating under a false identity after committing a murder in Mariposa a few years back. This person would not answer personal questions, but rumors abound.
Oh, we're playing D&D Clue.
Sweet. He was in the lavatory with the candlestick.
So is everybody able to picture that? This beautiful former monastery, old settlement inn and tavern called the Lucky Copper. Does anyone want to describe what this? They can see the sign hanging above the door for the Lucky Copper. Does anybody want to describe what they see in their head? Yeah, okay, go for it.
Okay, so it is a old worn wooden sign hanging from gigantic chains off of a large metal pole, and on the sign it's all embossed and burned in, but it's got a hand holding a copper, and the copper actually looks like it's actual metal.
Ooh.
Cool. Is it separate from the rest of the sign? Does it spin in the wind?
Yeah, it's
Ooh. Nice detail.
Hey, I like that. Does it have 2 heads or is it one side?
No, it's two-sided.
Yeah, of
but
course.
the hand itself is functions for both.
Cool.
And you think maybe the copper is just copper plated, or else it wouldn't spin that well.
I was thinking they would both be heads because that's the lucky side when you find
Oh yeah,
a copper pit.
Fair. I also think that it had the same side on both sides. That might be a cheater coin. I don't think it really wants to
But
do
it's
that.
a lucky copper.
yeah.
Anyway, I like it. It's cool. It's really cool. Now, Allison, you rolled a die.
Yeah.
We won't get there yet.
Oh.
You rolled a 3, so there are 3 steps up to the inn, and the big double doors open. They're like the church cathedral doors, right? The round pointed, they go to a point and the doors open in the middle. Giant 12-foot tall doors. You open them up, heavy creaking of that, and the place is a bustle.
What is
The
it?
club
DJ?
music.
Is there a rave going on?
It rises several floors above the ground. There's a very large chandelier made from the interlocking horns of elk hanging from the high ceiling down here. And so you can see the 2nd and 3rd floor, which is where all the rooms are. There's stairs that lead up to each of those floors from them. They look out over balconies down upon the central gathering where all the pews are and what would have been in a church, right? You can picture that. And that central area there is where all of these balconies look down upon, and there's a big chain that holds this elk horn chandelier with tallow candles on it shedding warm yellow light that suffuses the room. The Lucky Copper offers comfortable beds, tasty meat dishes, and good red wine. As you step inside, the lash of cold rain can be heard finally dumping onto the streets of Greyhaven. But you're all indoors. Findazzle looks at you all and says, "Well, that was an adventure of its own. Thank you so much. Let me see to your dinner." He passes Drizel a bunch of money.
Yay.
Get whatever you need. I will see to my room and make sure that my stuff has been properly placed in place. Probably put a... Oh, gosh, I'm tired. I need peppercorn. For those who recall, peppercorn is his crow.
Yeah. His
The one that
familiar.
talks, his familiar crow. He heads upstairs. What would you like to do?
I think some of our friends need us heal, so that would be good.
Or a long rest? You're
Yeah.
just looking for a
Yeah,
long
so we
rest.
could have dinner and go to bed.
Yep.
Ekamon is going to look around the common room where everybody is kind of.
No. Last time you went around by yourself, you lost
Stick with us.
He's just perusing. He's just looking at the moment. Kind of looking around the common room. And in the corner, right by the fireplace in the common room, on the wall, there is hanging this really beautiful lute. So Ekamon is admiring it.
Cool. Hanging on the loop, there's a door that leads out to the kitchens. That's right near where you are standing as well. A bunch of people come back and forth from there. And there's like 8 to 10 tables. Some of them are full, but there looks like there's an empty table at the moment where you can grab a meal.
That's what we're going to go grab some dinner.
Yeah.
Gonna grab some din din.
Yeah.
You have a sit and you look over the bartender. Hey, you rolled a 3, correct?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens for talking to the bartender.
Roro.
I need a race for this bartender.
High elf.
Not what I was
What
going
is
to
he
say.
doing bartending?
Wow. Okay.
A high elf.
Because what is he doing bartending?
What isn't he doing, bartender?
Sometimes people get down on their luck, or sometimes
They have
you know,
passions.
they really like to solve people's problems and listen to them compassionately. And that is the fantasy version of a psychologist, being a bartender.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's not judge their motivations just yet.
Yeah.
You rolled their motivations, not necessarily anything else about them. Are they male or female?
Female.
Okay. And what do they look like, Paige? Describe this high elf female bartender.
Beautiful.
Of course.
Kind of like a light purple skin. Is that normal? Is that a thing? I'm going to say it's a thing. I've made
That's
it a thing.
moon elf
That's
thing,
me.
but they're a high elf, so a high elf would have like very pale complexions.
So a pale purple with like some glistening gold. Like she sweats gold.
She's not sweating.
Not yet.
Okay.
She's fairly tall.
Yeah.
White hair. It looks like kind of like a granny bun. Like, you know, when you have a really high bun, but everything else kind of like poofs forward. But it looks super sexy on her.
Cool. She
Yeah.
walks up to the table and a smell wafts forward off of her. Aaron, what's that smell that Balasar can detect?
Lavender.
No. Okay.
Oh,
Because she's purple.
it's because she sleeps on a field of lavender.
I don't
Sweats
smell
gold.
like lavender, and I'm more purple than she is.
That's the problem.
Less purple.
Hello. Welcome to the Lucky Copper. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, no, things are fine. What brings you to Greyhaven? Are you here for rooms or just for dinner?
Both.
I need to go to sleep. I'm tired.
Would you like a meal first or?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, well, she looks the rest of the group over, notices finally that you're all different races. You're hurt. You're all wearing different types of clothes. You're wearing armor, magic robes. You wouldn't all be adventurers, would you?
Why, yes, we are.
Her eyes go wide, and she says she drops all pretense of taking an order or caring at all about her job, and she's like, adventurers? That's wonderful. What is it like? How long have you been doing it? Have you been together for forever? Or do you know what each other is going to do before combat even begins? What do you put in your packs when you go on an adventure? I always thought they had to carry so much stuff to go out into the woods. Do you do a lot of your adventuring in the city, or do you adventure out into the wilderness?
Can someone cast sleep, please?
No.
You cast the spells
Oh my
as
gosh.
well? Oh, that's wonderful.
Do you want to join us?
I couldn't. I mean, I don't have the first level of understanding when it comes to yes.
Oh, I meant for dinner. That's awkward.
Just like
Ekamon just puts a hand to his face,
That was
And-
legitimately.
takes Giselle, and just pushes her chair farther away from the table.
she just looks so destroyed by
I mean, like,
that
so we can talk.
comment.
So we can just talk it over. You seem to have a lot of questions. So,
Can I just take your order?
damn it, I feel so bad.
I know. It's fine.
Ekamon
Do what you're good at, right?
No,
So house brew, is that what everyone would like?
Ekamon casts minor illusion and creates a rose
Okay.
in front of her. And then as the rose starts to bloom, it unfurls into a giant red butterfly that flies up, and then it turns into raindrops.
Cool.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. He's a bard.
Cast the spell.
Oh, shit.
You got scat that spell.
Scat it up. Damn it. I forgot about that aspect of my
Don't go
own.
chasing butterflies.
Oh, you missed that.
Oh,
You missed that.
she legitimately thought those were the words.
No, I was looking at a photo of a butterfly.
Excuses. You thought those were the words.
You could just sing that. That's cool.
As he's forming the rose, because he kind of like swirls his hand around, and it's like particles of air start to grab color, and they form together to make the rose. And as he's doing that, he says, or he sings, or scats. Fuck my life. The rose take flight, dum fall out of sight.
All right, I accept that, yeah.
Thank you.
I would have also accepted Scooby-Doo Bebop by Christopher Reeves, but
I have to make it pertinent to what I'm casting.
fair. All right. She's like, venison stew is on special tonight with a half loaf of brown bread, and if you'd like something special from the kitchen, we can probably make that happen.
Can I attempt to persuade her to be happy and join us, please? Because it makes me really sad. I want this better. Can I use persuasion, please?
Okay.
I just made her a fucking flower rose.
I know, and it didn't work, so I just need a happy.
It's going to gently chide you because this is the third time you've done it in a row lately. Just do it. You don't have to ask permission to roleplay. Okay. So start to roleplay.
I'm going to persuade her.
Do that. Don't roll a dice yet.
Okay.
Do that, because if you're really awesome and it's cool and I'm having fun, I won't make you roll. Okay. Like I didn't make you roll when you had to run away from the guards.
That's true. And we appreciate that.
Nitwits.
And we
so
made
funny.
a mime. Thank you, Mary Claire. Yeah.
We did make them.
All right.
It's hard to top making a rose and whatever that was.
For those who'd like to roll an insight check, hey, you just succeeded. As soon as Ekamon made that rose and turned it into a butterfly and then made it turn into raindrops, she just further realized, like, oh yeah, these are adventurers and I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
They don't even want me at their. They don't even want me to join their party. So say what you'd like to say.
Damn it.
I know.
You didn't mean it. I get it. I didn't mean it either. She's really sensitive, but it's okay. It's okay.
You rolled a 3. I'm just.
Is that what she's like? It's my fault.
Exactly what
I
it
made
said.
her like this.
Here's what it says. Unsatisfied, dreams of going on a big adventure will corner adventurers for hours with endless questions.
I still think she could join us. We could
I
use
think
a high up.
For dinner, but you're like, would you like to join us? Like, oh
I meant for
God.
dinner, and then we
Could
could
you
talk about it.
imagine, like dreams of going on a big adventure.
Yeah.
And then you're like, would you like to? I don't. Screw your courage to your sticking place, Velveteen. Yes. And she's like, I meant for dinner. Oh.
It just shattered her dreams.
Yeah.
I know. I felt so bad.
I feel like it's a good thing we got her to stop talking to us for hours on end.
I know. Yeah, in some ways.
No, but like, I
Paige
thought-
is like, shut up.
Yeah. Well, I'm going a different direction.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.